The final restrictor plate race of the season, the Talladega Super Speedway will host the Gen 4 cars. 3 races to go, including what you're about to see tonight. 80 laps of these awesome-looking Gen 4 cars. Josh Gaiman in the 6-1. Starting behind our pole sitter, Ethan Winters, waiting for that green flag. Let's go racing. So far, so good. Clean and green. Jacob Bradley, Ethan Winters, Josh Gaiman running 1, 2, 3. Nick Pressey in that 94 car running in 4th. Jacob Renneker in 5th. And he is the points leader and leading this race. 21 points. Is that right? Is that the gap there? Is my math correct this time? 21 points from Jacob Bradley to Aaron Edwards. It's mathematically possible, I think, even for Matt Seeger to come away with the points lead before we're done dancing tonight. Drivers definitely need to be cautious about where they put their race cars and at what time. Oh, the wrong move could turn this whole race upside down. Let's go on board with Ryan Pennell, the Season 4 winner. Chuck Sweeting in the 5-7, the all-black 5-7, man. Ryan Pennell shoots to the outside in that Ryan Newman colored 1-2. He's got the 5-7 of Ryan Lindemann, 5-1 of Ryan Lindemann behind him. Tampa, Florida's Ryan Lindemann. For those that know, Lindo finds himself in the 15th position thus far. Further up, Bryce Saucier in the number 93. TNT part-timer. I think the last time we saw Bryce was Daytona last season, where I think he came away with the win. And if you were watching on Tuesday night, you saw the Winter Indy race where we mentioned Bryce Saucier actually getting that win in the Indy cars, and he won at Daytona as well. Towards the front, the numberless 6, Evan Pienta, to the inside of 2-time champion Tom Sears, and we'll see what they can cook up together. Let's go. Matter of fact, let's go on board with Evan. Landon in the chat says they better be cautious. Who let Cody Riggs in this race? one of our Bluegrass Bandits, and we actually don't see him often. Cody Riggs and Briley Wright doing a number switch this year. So Greensburg, Kentucky's Riggs running in the 21st position. Briley Wright, the other Bluegrass Bandit in tonight's race, running in 24th. There he is behind the 39 of Colin McDonough. And Toby Estes registered for tonight's race, and there is the number 8 Budweiser machine behind Tristan Catania, running 25th and 26th. At the front, Michigan's Evan Pienta leading this race so far. 6 laps underway of the scheduled 80. If you just tuned in, you have not missed a thing. Thanks for spending your Thursday nights with us. And shout out Emily Seeger, who normally keeps the tabs on those NFL scores. Do we have NFL tonight? Let me fire up my Prime app, see what we got going on here. Yeah, Raiders and Broncos on now. Okay, let's talk about it. Alice in the chat saying, woo Amazon. Tanner Lockhart's in the house, saying Buffalo leads Houston 6-3. That must be the game. Oh, yeah, it is in Buffalo and Houston. I guess Amazon doesn't fire that up immediately. That's okay. How about this? Grandma Jeannie's in the house as well. She says, tuning in late. Love it. Alice Ferry talking about woo Amazon. I think she's talking about Tristan Catania here. This is another one of our New Jersey pilots in that Amazon number 48. Check this out. Can we get a zoomed in shot here? There it is. He's an Amazon Prime package. That's one of the more clever things that I've seen. The Amazon Prime package livery. And he's got the iconic Dale Jr. Budweiser car behind him. That's pretty cool. From one New Jersey pilot to another, there is Colin McDonough in the number 39. He sits in the 23rd position. Further ahead, Nick Pressey in the number 94 Drip Die-Cast machine. He runs behind Josh Gaiman, our Silverstone winner, and Ethan Winters rounding out the top 3, who looks to the outside trying to find some daylight along the 5-0. So far, everybody stays in line. Check this out. How's this for staying in line? That pack goes all the way back to Tom Sears. Those are 14 cars. Back to Elrich George, so that's 15th through 21st that just passed by. There's the Bahamian in the number 40 Kodak machine. And John Honeybrink ahead, who's missing a piece of his race car. Check out Honeybrink. Let's go on board with that car, the 93 of Saucier. Look at the car ahead. John Honeybrink just missing the back end of his Home Depot machine, and probably from bump drafting like this. Oh, bump drafting in the corner's a big no-no. Bryce wants to catch the 20 up there, but it's not going to happen. Bump drafting through the corners. Hopefully they keep it in one piece. And so far, it's all EP at the front. Evan Pienta leads. Shout out Emily, keeping tabs on that score. Josh Allen might be going to the medical tent. I hope he's okay. Oh, the Texans have those Color Rush uniforms on. Those chrome red helmets, red top, red bottom as well. Love that. All right, what do we got so far here? First 14 cars, single file. Drivers expected to go, I don't know if they can make it 45 to 50 laps. I'll be honest, I guessed on these numbers. I have no idea if they can make it 45 to 50 laps on fuel, but we're about to find out. Actually, that's not really possible. It's going to be more like 25 laps, isn't it? That's why you don't guess, kids. Anyway, we'll get that fixed up if we get a caution here. Aaron Edwards in that 15 car. He is desperately trying to claw back these points. He sits 21 markers adrift of the Indiana native Jacob Bradley, who leads the points. Bradley currently riding in the 2nd position. Yeah, Landon in the chat laughing at me guessing at the numbers. What do you think happens every week? This is week 12. You think I actually put work into the first 11? No, sir. I guessed every single time. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. The racing's good. That's what counts. How about these two on the outside? Who are these brave guys? The Delta Sport guys. That's the 16, Matt Seeger from Fort Valley, Georgia. He's trying to bring Cincinnati's Aaron Edwards with him. Let's go on board with second place in the points. Dale Markowski in the Old Spice 33. Sits behind Ryan Pinnell in that 1-2. Shout out to Steph, who just tuning in from Mass here. Big fan of Colin McDonough. Where is Colin? There he is in the 39. He's got that iconic 3 of Briley Wright just behind him. And the other Massachusetts pilot in this field. Well, Colin's not a Massachusetts pilot, but Steph likes Tom Sears. Where's Tom Sears in that 14 machine? The 18, I'm sorry. He used to be the 14. There he is. The Southampton, Massachusetts pilot running 11th in the field, trying to get right behind the 16 of Matt Seeger. The run on the outside does not work, but Aaron Edwards does not give it up. Oh, he tries to cut right ahead of Tom Sears, and he does so with the 97 of Jacob Renneker sitting right behind him. I'm just wondering how far they can make it before eventually the inevitable happens, but we won't talk about it. Not just yet, at least. Aaron Edwards still in the 11th spot. Behind them, Tom Sears trying to find someplace around Renneker in that 9-7, rocking the Chad Little colors tonight. And the photo's a bit off. We should probably fix that. If it's not one thing, it's another. Promise you. At the front, though, status quo does not change, but they're trying. Dale Markowski with help from Ryan Lindemann, the Tampa driver. Now, how about Ryan Pinnell now joining this? Dale Markowski being the meat in that Ryan sandwich. It goes Ryan, Dale, Ryan on the outside. Let's catch a ride with Dale Markowski. Now we start to see a little bit of 2x2 fashion. We'll see who's brave. We'll see how they can draft their way through here. That's going to be the trick. Can they pass? Can they get enough momentum? Josh Gaiman starting to peek to the outside in the Smirnoff car. Pressy behind him. Another one of those Delta Sport drivers, Ethan Winters, sits in third, trying to follow shape, stay in that draft as much as they can. 16 laps complete. Well, underway. They're about to be completed. We'll start to have 17 laps. Also, where did Jacob Renneker come from? Because that 97 just scooted behind Matt Seeger. And that outside line now has the numbers. Matt Seeger on the outside has Jacob Renneker behind him. One car off the pace on the top side. That looks to be John Honeybrink. And it is. They just squeeze by him. Great job of everybody to avoid that 20 car. Hopefully Honeybrink can catch that draft again. Pienta still leads Matt Seeger just trying to climb his way back up to the lead. He's got a great run and a great push from the 9-7. Now Seeger, one lap later, neck and neck with the points leader, Jacob Bradley. And we've got, what, 6 cars on the outside, 7 cars on the inside, more numbers on the inside, but at this point, it's about that organization. How are they going to keep it together? Something interesting about this race, we have never had a 2-time winner in the iRacing era. Ever. We've raced 11 seasons. We've done a countless number of races. Frydog has been watching TNT since we started the iRacing era, as he just joins the chat. And never in recorded Thursday Night Thunder history has there been a 2-time winner at Talladega. Tom Sears winning the most recent race. Toby Estes has won here. John Honeybrink, Ryan Pinnell, they've all won here. But, yeah, just as the week before, I don't think we'd ever had a repeat winner at, what was last week? Indianapolis? And then the week before that, Watkins Glen, we never had a repeat winner until then either. So who knows? Maybe we will have the first ever 2-time winner. Tristan Catania and Toby Estes just go a lap down. There's the 48 and the 8. Give me another shot of that 48, by the way. That Amazon Prime package. There he is. Corny old paint scheme, but you love it. No, it's really clever. It's with the upside down Prime sticker on the back. That's actually really, really clever. I love that. How about this? Toby Estes bringing that on as well. What I love about these races is that there's a lot of super recognizable paint schemes. You've got Lindo in the 51 right there. How about the 33 of Dale Markowski, the Tony Stewart car? Ryan Pinnell's number 12. Chris Fleming in the 38. All of these cars that you're looking at right now, you've seen before. You can get your hands on these diecasts as well. If you love that nostalgia, if you need a gift for yourself, head on over to Drip Diecasts. They're your number 1 store for all NASCAR memorabilia and more. Drip Diecast on eBay, your number 1 store for all sorts of NASCAR memorabilia. Use code TNT Season 11 for 10% off the whole store. Diecasts, posters, whatever. Drip Diecasts on eBay. They're your number 1 store for all NASCAR diecasts and more. Check them out. 22 laps underway of the scheduled 80. Caution free, by the way, which is fantastic. Everybody just kind of minding their own business on the inside line. We don't really have a lot of... We had a couple of lines of racing, but that sort of died down. Brent Roberts in the 84 sits ahead of Chuck Sweeting in that 5-7. This is 14th, 15th, down to Tommy Withers in 18th in the Viagra machine. Waiting for pit stops at this point. They absolutely have to be waiting for pit stops. Shout out Frydog, by the way, cheering, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, cheering a lot. A lot of bits on Twitch. I appreciate that. Shout out Frydog. And John Fry's been watching Rick James TV for a minute now, for a good little while. Jacob Renneker's now snuck up to the second position. Let's see what Renneker can do. Second place in the points. And there's first place in the points. 21 digits is the difference between them. Anybody, genuinely anybody, could just get tossed aside in this race because of a cough here, somebody twitches there, a crash, and this championship could be turned upside down. It's possible that Aaron Edwards could walk away here with the championship. It's also possible that Jacob Bradley might just gain enough points to where he can clinch the title next week. Anything genuinely can happen. I'm excited. Put it in the chat. Let me know who you got. Let me know who you are here to see. Thanks for tuning in on Rick James TV. Get a look at this Buffalo score here. Oh, crap. The Islanders are beating the Red Wings 4-0. All right, never mind. That's really depressing. Bills are up on the Texans 6-3 with 9:39 to go in the second. And if you care about Louisiana and Arkansas State, Louisiana's up 4 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Elrich George ran his personal best, 51:24. It amounts to absolutely nothing, but how about pit stops coming on through? Noah Belleville now flying into the pits. Slow it down. Don't get a penalty. Don't get a penalty. Everybody coming in at the absolute speed of light. And it looks like they all made it through A-OK. So on lap 26, the pit stop cycle begins. Who's coming in this time? Here come the leaders. Matt Seeger, Jacob Renneker, the 66 stays out. Everyone comes on through. Nobody needs to get a speeding penalty. Everyone needs to take it easy. No contact is made. 5th all the way down to 18th make it into the pits with no problem. New leader, Evan Pienta. And the top 3 sort of have a breakaway there. Nick Pressey sticking with Jake Bradley and Evan Pienta. It's going to be their turn to come in. Dale Markowski's in 4th. He's got help from Tristan and Toby in the 48 and the 8. Toby Estes rejoining the party just a little bit late, but you know what? And Landon might help me figure this out, but Landon, when is the last time we had all 3 Bluegrass Bandits in a race? Toby's also going to try and not speed coming into the pits. Guys, be careful. Leaders are in. Back markers are in. Matt Seeger now comes out of turn 2 with Jacob Renneker right behind him. They've got to get a move on. This guy here is looking to beat this guy here. Jacob Bradley's in. And from what I can tell, not a single speeding penalty among them. Let's go on board with the 16. They've passed Toby. They've passed Dale. There's Evan Pienta. There is Nick Pressey. There is Jacob Bradley with John Honeybrink just ahead. They will rejoin the racetrack. Here comes Matt Seeger. They're going to scoot around the outside. No defense can hold this off. New leader into turn number 3, Matt Seeger. Their pit strategy beats Bradley's pit strategy. That's how close it was. Man, that was close. 28 of 80 laps underway. There's Pienta, now sneaking to the inside of Josh Gaiman, trying to hold on to 5th. Chris Fleming will get right behind Jacob Bradley, and there is a 2.6 second gap between Fleming in 8th, Sears in 9th, and the rest. I love that turn 4 shot. You never know what you're going to get with that turn 4 shot, because sometimes the turn 4 shot is literally inside the stands, and sometimes you get that great shot on the apron. So we'll keep playing and see what we get for the rest of the night. So the first pit stop cycle goes off without a hitch. And now we know that my terrible guess was super wrong, and drivers can make it approximately 25 to 30 laps on one tank of fuel. Now here comes the challenge for Tom Sears and the rest of these drivers. They need to get organized enough to where they can close that 2-second gap up to Josh Gaiman. Further on back, after Bren Roberts, it's 3.5 seconds back to Dale Markowski, who's just trying to get around Toby Estes. And they will. And there's the split there, showing Toby just 1 lap off the pace. So Toby in that lucky dog position right now. Caution free so far. Bills and Texans still looking at, 9-3 now. Bills up 9-3, 7:53 to go in that second quarter. Playing in Houston, by the way. A couple of drivers going green, indicating they're running their personal best. Chuck Sweeting just went fastest. And how about closing that 2.5 second gap? Tom Sears is there. So now, what was 1st through 8th and then some now has become 1st through 12th, with Bren Roberts latching onto this pack. Dale Markowski still 5.7 seconds behind. Landon says, you see the classic Estes shows move right out of their way. Toby's still there. He's in 24th, only 1 lap off the pace. 1 caution, and he's back in this. 2x2 at the front. Evan Pienta trying to make his way around Matt Seeger, and he says, I will take that. Thank you very much. Lambertville's Michigan. Lambertville, Michigan's Evan Pienta goes to the front. There we go. Quickly approaching halfway, drivers made it to laps 25 to 27 on that pit stop cycle. So that'll tell us they'll be going from, 50 to 54? Is that right? Somewhere around that. Texans on a 4th and 1. They're trying to convert. down 6 to the Bills right now. They're going to try and run it, and they are going to get the first down and then some. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Bills' 18-yard line. Texans trying to march and get that touchdown. 6:40-some to go. On the outside, in the number 40, Kodak machine. That's Elrich George running 23rd. Boss, for those that know. Now the first car, 1 lap down. It's going to be between him and Toby Estes. There's Toby all the way back there. They're going to be fighting for that lucky dog. Tristan Catania jumps to the pits. What happened to car 48? Just flies down. And I don't know if he's out. Tristan being scored out of this race, so it looks like that's going to be it for Tristan Catania. He's going to be our first DNF. Now what do they do? At the front, there is that extremely long line that goes all the way back. Dale Markowski, though, within 1 second, they will catch this pack, and what is the top 12 is now going to become the top 16. 10 seconds behind Tommy Withers. Thomas Andrews in the 2 with Cody Riggs behind them. The MGD and the Goodwrench machine. Here's a couple of cars you can find on Drip Diecasts. Well, maybe not this specific one that says Drip Diecast, but I'm willing to bet money that you can find this car on Drip Diecast. Everybody knows that Kevin Harvick paint scheme. Check them out on eBay, your #1 store for NASCAR memorabilia, diecast, holiday gifts, whatever. Drip Diecasts and Collectibles, your #1 store for NASCAR, diecast, and memorabilia. Check them out on eBay. Use code TNT Season 11 for 10% off the whole store. Dale Markowski on the outside. He wants a piece of the action at the front. He's got the 1-0 of Ethan Winters behind him. Can he make this work? He's going to need help. Markowski's got help. He has the 10 of Ethan Winters behind him, but how far can he push him up there? Pienta in that unnumbered double 6 sits ahead of Jacob Bradley with Matt Seeger in 3rd, Winters in 4th. Dale Markowski has Ryan Lindemann pushing him forward. The Tampa driver wants a piece of that front row action. And how long will they last? 12 laps away from pit stops. And back to that Buffalo game, it looked like they were trying to march forward and get the score. Third and 1 now for the Texans. They've got 4:52 to go in the half. And those Texans helmets actually look a lot like Dale Markowski's double 3 up at the front. Landon's asking, where's my boy Briley? How about John Honeybrink? What's going on with the Cincinnati pilot? He says he's going to come in. Well, he's got the back end of his race car now, but he's going to try and put something more on that car there. Where is Briley Wright? He's in the 22nd position. He's driving behind that 3-9 of Colin McDonough. Let's go on board with that number 3. Bryce Saucier in that 93 sits ahead of the guy they call Moldy. Talking about Noah Belleville, currently running in the 20th position. The pride of DeSoto, Missouri. And Grandma Jeannie, his number one fan. Always out to say hi. Gotta love when Grandma Jeannie shows up. At the front, Dale Markowski will be your new leader. Evan Pienta shoved to third on the inside line. He gets right in front of Ryan Lindemann. Lindo tucks to the inside. He's going to sit behind Dale Markowski, and Markowski will then give up the lead for Brooklyn's Nick Pressey in the 94. He goes to the inside, 3 wide with Toby Estes on the outside. How about that for a quick lead change? Weren't expecting that, were you? Officially halfway. 40 laps complete. Texans are going to kick a big field goal, and it's going to be no, they went for a touchdown. I'm sorry. I was not paying attention. They scored the touchdown, so they'll go up 10-9 at home with the visiting Bills. Nick Pressey from Brooklyn, New York. What the hell is he trying to do? Why would he just go to the outside? Does he not want to lead? I guess not. How the hell did that happen, Nick? He just breaks away from the front. I think he's being overtaken on the back straight. He's just going right to the back. I have a lot of questions. Can we run this back? What, was he just unsettled? Did he not want to lead this race? There's Dale Markowski in the double 3. Nick Pressey is going to relinquish that lead. And he's just going to comfortably scoot outside of the top 10. Brent Roberts, always a contender to win. It doesn't matter where you're at. He can do it. Another one of our talented New England drivers. He's up to 7th. He's gained 16 places from where he started. You know who else has gained 16 places? Tom Sears, the Southampton pilot. 2nd behind Tommy Withers right now. How's that for a sight? The Viagra and the Interstate Batteries machine. Why don't you throw the Kodak machine in there for the mix as well? Lindo in that 5-1, repping for Tampa, comes up behind Tom Sears. Dale Markowski on the outside with the 8 of Toby Estes behind him. Toby sits in the 23rd position right now, trying to get that lap back. We'll see just how far he can make it, hoping for that caution. But given how this race has gone, he might not get it. Chris Fleming's an interesting character. In Season 10, Chris won the Daytona race and the Talladega race with no competition. No competition. What I mean by that is on the last lap, Chris Fleming was leading when the entire field had crashed behind him and there was nobody there to try to take the win away from him. Chris Fleming has won. He's won more races in TNT than I have, I'll give you that. But the native of Riverhead, caution's out. Caution's out, by the way. The native of Riverhead is going to have to slow it down. What happened? Cody Riggs has been involved. Was it Cody Riggs and Thomas Andrews? There's the yellow that Toby Estes was hoping for, but we'll have to see if he was the lucky dog. And Briley Wright is there as well. What happened to both Goodwrench cars? Oh, this is well before this. Colin McDonough got a piece. Bryce Saucier, Noah Belleville. What happened? This is in turn 3, so this is going to be building for a while. See if we can speed this up a bit, find out where the damage occurred. See Thomas Andrews in the 2 MGD car, that drip diecast machine. He sits ahead of Cody Riggs in the 2.9. Here's where it all goes wrong. As I move this away, but the caution's already out at this point, so I just genuinely want to know what happens here to cause these drivers to wreck. This is, again, coming down that front straight. Keep your eye on that 2.9. Did he get touched by the 93 of Saucier? At what point does the crash happen? There it is. There it is. The 93 of Bryce Saucier just gets into the 29. I think they check up. Run that back for me. There we go. They just checked up. 39 gets into the 41. It's a big chain reaction. Saucier gets into the 29, 41 gets into the 93, nowhere for the 39 and the 3 to go. Caution's out. With Colin McDonough. And he almost made it. With Briley Wright. Now, how did that happen? I think Colin was just coming up. I'm not sure if he saw Briley there, but... well, that certainly does it. With Belleville. One more time with Noah Belleville. Try this again. Well, it's our first break in the action. Dale Markowski being scored as your race leader. Jacob Bradley on his outside with everybody coming to pit. I don't know how anybody can make it from here. We're going to restart with more than 30 laps to go. Although we are coming up to scheduled pit stops, so I would be surprised if we had less than half the field coming by. This is going to give us a chance to take a break. I'm going to grab myself a snack, a zesty beverage. I suggest you do the same. We'll be back with more green flag racing at Talladega. Don't go anywhere. It's the final 30 laps of round 12. We'll be back in 60 seconds with more racing. Ready for more? Lights are off atop the pace truck. Dale Markowski has control of the field with championship leader Jacob Bradley to his outside. What will car 33 have for the field? It's his call on how to restart this race. Cautions breed cautions. Is that the last yellow? Are we only getting started? Look how stacked up everybody is back there, waiting for that signal to go racing. Let's hit it. Tommy Withers hasn't won a race in Thursday Night Thunder since Season 4 at Daytona. He now leads this race, almost being shaken off of the bumper of Ethan Winters. The 10 car wants the inside line. He will have it. And it just occurred to me on the ticker there, whenever a flag comes out, Dale Markowski getting close. It doesn't show the Thursday Night Thunder logo. It shows the Winter Indy logo. So don't worry about that. Just another thing to tick off that's not going right on the broadcast. They're trying to wreck. They're just trying to wreck. They're 4 wide back here. Show some restraint, boys. 4 wide in turn 3. Noah Belleville's in the wall and trying to keep it together. Oh, there they go. Who's in the wall? Looks like Ryan Pennell. Who did they survive? You just heard a car squealing by there. Everybody survives so far. What happened to Ryan Pennell? 3 wide. Bryce Saucier makes contact with the 93. The 12 car gets shaken. They survive, but extensive damage to the 12. And we keep it moving. Oh, Tommy Withers really looking shaky at the front of that outside line. Does he have the confidence to take that lead? Ethan Winters still leading for Delta Sport on the left-hand side. One more look at Ryan Pennell as Ryan Lindemann tries to avoid the wall in 3. Winters in the 10, sits ahead of Jake Bradley in the 50, and Bradley's championship rival, Aaron Edwards, in the 15, sits behind Tommy Withers. Let's go on board. They're wrecking ahead of them. 2, 3 cars going around. They've crashed right ahead. Do they survive? Did they make it? No yellow. No caution at all. What happened with Jacob Renneker? Oh, the 66, the 97, they were still green. They saved it. How on earth did they save this? 66 just gets turned off of the 3, but they made it. Glove save by Michigan's Evan Pienta. How about that for a glove save? Renneker's coming into the pits. Pienta will stay out. At the front, Ethan Winters still leads. Ryan Pannell now getting the race car repaired. 27 laps to go this time by. That easily could have been a caution. No yellow. Winters still ahead. Remember, they still have to come down into the pits. Nobody has the fuel to go the distance. They last came down on lap 45. Quick math tells you they're going to be coming down with about 10 laps to go. Jacob Renneker came down on lap 52. Renneker could be the only driver who can make it on fuel. He's got a shiny new car. Looks like he used a fast repair. He'll need to get his lap back because here come the leaders. Top 7 by themselves. I'm sorry, top 6. This is 7th place, Aaron Edwards. And drivers just peppered throughout the racetrack. .25 laps to go. Put a quarter down. Who do you got? Is your driver still in it? There's the top 20. And the remaining 6. And there's the fight to be on the lead lap. Evan Pienta right now, the first car, 1 lap down. It soon may be Josh Gaiman. There's Jacob Renneker sitting in 22nd. He is the second car 1 lap down. And there's Evan Pienta just ahead of him. That's going to be the fight for the lucky dog. 24 laps to go this time by. Who's got it? Ethan Winters leads this race ahead of points leader Jacob Bradley. Dale Markowski sits in 3rd. Aaron Edwards is in 7th. He's got to make that move. He's got to catch up somehow. Will he do it on the pit stop cycle? Tommy Withers trying to get around Aaron Edwards in the 6. Emily's in the chat pulling for Matt Seeger. You better believe it. My question is this: will that no caution call affect how this race ends up? My question is this: are we even going to go caution-free for the rest of this race? Oh, I can't wait to see how this one turns out. So Winters still ahead. 4 seconds, the gap between 6th and 7th. Aaron Edwards is clawing that in over the last 5 laps. Edwards continuing to close in. Well, not that time around. The top 6 are starting to get organized. Then from 11th to 12th, it's a 2-second gap. There's Noah Belleville with Chuck Sweeting behind him. Belleville not able to get close enough to Ryan Lindemann. They need more help. Then Bryce Saucier, 11 seconds behind Cody Riggs in 15th. A caution would bring these drivers right back up to each other. But with pit stops on the horizon, who's going to make it? Bren Roberts went green, 50.91 seconds. He ran his personal best. Bren Roberts also a TNT winner. Elrich George on the outside. The Bahamian from Nassau. Love when he comes out to play. He's going to tuck in right behind Evan Pienta. Shout out to Boss. Shout out to all the family down there in the Caribbean. $2.0 to go this time, and then 1.9 at the line. I don't know that they can make it on fuel from here. I really don't think they can. That Texans game, by the way, 1st and goal, and it looks like the Texans will now have to try on 2nd and goal. There's 9 seconds to go in the first half. Texans trying to score and take the lead heading into the locker room. Ethan Winters trying to get another win. He's got 1 win this season. He's trying to get 2 wins. Aaron Edwards certainly has to be thinking about this championship, though. He has to be. He just has to be championship focused. This right here is not going to help him. He comes into this race with a 21-point deficit to Jacob Bradley, who sits in 2nd right now. Bradley's sitting pretty. Bradley may not have to risk anything for the win. He could be thinking championship as well. Edwards is in. Pit stops. Pit stops. Pit stops. They're coming in at the speed of light. Will they make it through? Andrews comes to a halt. Edwards comes to a halt. This is 11th through 15th as they run. Coming into the pits, this is the money stop. No mistakes here. Aaron Edwards crosses across the front of Thomas Andrews. He comes down to a halt. Ethan Winters still leading this race. Matt Seeger in 5th. They are teammates to Aaron Edwards. Do the Delta Sport drivers come in? Does Jacob Bradley come in? All eyes on the leaders. They stay out. Aaron Edwards in 16th by his lonesome, by the way. There's Tommy Withers. Edwards doesn't have very much draft help. This could cost him. Chris Fleming, Noah Belleville, Chuck Sweeting, Cody Riggs. They're all in. There's Aaron Edwards, still running by his lonesome. Still running by his lonesome. Tommy Withers, Ryan Lindemann, Briley Wright are all going to catch up. There's Ethan Winters and the rest of the top 6. And Evan Pienta. Do they come in this time? Yes, they do. Don't speed, gentlemen. Don't speed, gentlemen. Jacob Bradley leads them all down into the pits. There are the top 6. There's Bryce Saucier. He's in 7th. Do they follow suit? No speeding here. Everybody nice and smooth. The points leader trying to protect that 21-point advantage comes to a halt with Ethan Winters now stopping in front of him. No tires. Fuel only. Fuel only for Jacob Bradley. He's down. He's away. Where's Aaron Edwards? There he is coming out of turn 4 now. This is a mixed bag of drivers. Noah Belleville's in 12th. He leads this pack. Briley Wright is in 18th. He's at the back of this pack. Jacob Bradley has draft help from Evan Pienta. He is back up to race speed. There's Aaron Edwards just coming out of turn number 2. This time, the win goes to Bradley. What an advantage. What a huge advantage. He runs in 6th. This is the potential lead coming to 16 laps to go. Aaron Edwards is 9 positions back. Now exiting turn 4. Jacob Bradley is about to cross the start-finish line. Count it out for me. Jacob Bradley is passing now. That's what 9 1/4 seconds looks like. That's the gap from Jacob Bradley to Aaron Edwards. Championship rivals and 15 more laps to decide who has the advantage headed into the Thanksgiving break. By the end of this race, Jacob Bradley could have one hand on the trophy, or Aaron Edwards can walk away with the points lead. $14 to go this time by. Bryce Saucier still leads this race. All of the top 5 have not pitted. There's Tom Sears. Let's go on board with the Massachusetts pilot. Lucky number 13, laps to go in round 12 of 14. Next week is Thanksgiving Thursday. We will not be racing. Enjoy your holiday. Next Tuesday, IndyCars, baby. Going back to Gateway. Bring it on. And the Tuesday after that, Homestead. Those will be the next 2 races. TNT will be back for the semi-final after the Thanksgiving break. That's December 4. Of course, all of that right here on Rick James TV, brought to you by the good folks over at Drip Diecast. If you see any of these paint schemes that you like and you want your hands on the paint schemes that you see tonight, head over to Drip Diecast on eBay. They're your #1 store for all sorts of NASCAR memorabilia. Use code TNT Season 11 for 10% off the whole store. That's Drip Diecast on eBay, your #1 store for NASCAR memorabilia. TNT Season 11 for 10% off the whole store. Don't miss out. Landon's in the chat talking about Mazda soon. Yes, we will have Season 5 of Mazda Mondays in January. Landon is actually going to be driving in that. These 2 cars can't get away from each other, though. Cody Riggs in the 29, Thomas Andrews in the 2. They're running 18th and 19th. Toby Estes up 24 places from where he started. My math tells me they probably have another 2 to 3 laps on fuel. You can see Josh Gaiman getting antsy in the background. Are they coming in this time by? And then the leaders. Here's a question. Is there any particular reason Jacob Bradley is running 23rd and out of this race? What happened to Jacob Bradley? What happened to Jacob Bradley? Is he out? Did he disconnect? He's out. He's running where? There he is in 24th, out of this race. Jacob Bradley's done. Let's figure this out. Hang on. What the hell happened? This is a problem. Does the car just disappear from view? Dale Markowski's about to pass Jacob. That's it. That's the end of Jacob Bradley's race. Right there. Check this out. And that's all she wrote. Jacob Bradley now coming back out onto the racetrack. What happened to the 50? He is back out. He just left pit road, but he's going to be several laps down. At least 5. Bryce Saucier still your leader, by the way. They have not come in. Bradley's back out onto the racetrack. 5 laps off the pace in 24th. Aaron Edwards is running in 12th. It is a survival game now for Aaron Edwards. An hour ago, I said Aaron Edwards could leave this race with the points lead headed into the Thanksgiving break. This is that moment. Edwards runs in the 12th position. The top 5 still have to come into the pits. And this is that time. Here comes Saucier. Here comes Estes. No speeding penalties now, gentlemen. Take it easy. Be smooth. Oh, there's contact. Gaiman and McDonough get into it. No penalties, though. There goes Dale Markowski. These 5 are in. Shout out to the folks at Infraction Music as well as Drip Diecast. They keep us going week after week. The fun music we have at the beginning of each show is courtesy of them. Thank you, Infraction. Here comes Toby Estes, now leaving the pits. He'll be leaving behind Bryce Saucier. Aaron Edwards is now in 7th. Jacob Bradley is running in 24th. Again, 5 laps off the pace. There are 7 laps to go. And for the Aaron Edwards fans, you hope this race ends green. But it's Talladega, and you know it won't. So the worst part is, if you're an Edward, wow, I'm tripping over my tongue today. If you are an Aaron Edwards fan, should just call him Aaron. That's way easier. If you like Aaron, you would wish that this would happen at any track that's not Talladega, because even on the last lap, it doesn't matter where you're running, you can get caught up in a crash. This is going to be the longest 6.5 laps of Aaron Edwards' life, and he's going to pray that it goes caution-free. If it doesn't, Jacob Bradley is still going to be in a world of hurt because he's 5 laps off the pace, but it will be damage control for the points leader. Again, if my math is correct, which it never is, it's a 21-point gap from Jacob Bradley to Aaron Edwards. There will be 2 races to go when this is over. Jacob Bradley is outside of the top 20. He runs in 24th right now. Aaron Edwards is in 7th. There are 6 more circuits to go. Everybody, by the way, can make it on fuel. Dale Markowski, who pitted on lap 63, is leading this race. Brent Roberts in 2nd. Ethan Winters, Matt Seeger running 3rd and 4th. These 2 guys also wanted to go caution-free. Matt Seeger trying to do something he's never done in Thursday Night Thunder before. We don't even talk about it at this point. Noah Belleville in 5th, running a part-time season with Grandma Jeannie, hoping for that next Moldy Muskrat win. Chuck Sweeting the Hawthorne native, the dark horse, both literally and figuratively. The all-black 5-7 runs in the 6th position, coming to 5 laps to go. The championship hopeful, the contender. Last season, Jacob Bradley won one of the most dominating seasons of Thursday Night Thunder we've ever seen, and we thought this could be a run like Aiden Norman. Uncontested, unchallenged, who's got something for him? Aaron Edwards stepped up to the plate. Coming to 4 laps to go, he runs in 7th with his championship rival handed a critical blow in this title race. 2 to go after the checkered flag flies tonight, and a week's break to think about it. It will be 4 to go this time by. Tommy Withers started 8th, runs 8th. He has not won in Thursday Night Thunder since season 4 at Daytona, and he's looking to take the 6 to victory lane. Lindemann, you want to talk about part-time? This fellow right here. Shout out Mrs. Lindo, by the way, if you're watching. Say hello to the family for me. This guy's never won in TNT. This guy barely runs in TNT, but he's got a shot to win it. He sits in 9th. There are the leaders right there. It's within grasp. And here we go. Dale Markowski on the outside, now trying to defend against Ethan Winters and Matt Seeger. It will be 3 to go this time by. The sun is no longer setting. It has set on the racetrack, hasn't it? That light is fading real fast. Got to talk to whatever moron decided to dim the lights on Talladega this early. 2 to go next time by. Of course, the white flag means it's over from there no matter what. How about tandem racing? Did you think an hour ago when we started this it would come down to tandem drafting? 16 behind the 10. Let's go on board with Seeger. Five miles to go. White flag next time by. Winters, Seeger, Markowski, Roberts. Roberts really trying to push Dale, urge him along. The white flag will be in the air this time by. Belleville in 5th, 1.6 seconds back. Here goes Seeger to the outside. White flag is in the air. It's a race no matter what. Seeger now has the lead. Markowski on the outside. Fort Valley, Georgia's Matt Seeger has 1.25 miles to make it. Brent Roberts is going to need help trying to draft with Ethan Winters. The Fort Valley, Georgia pilot has half a lap to go, coveting that first victory. 10 behind him, 84 in 3rd. Dale Markowski could influence this race. He's trying to get a great run through turn number 3. Will he make it work? What will Aaron Edwards have for Matt Seeger? Will he challenge? Edwards to the inside, Seeger to the outside. There goes Matt Seeger. Ethan Winters gets around him. Winters in the lead. Roberts behind him. Drag race to the line. It's gonna be at the line. Ethan Winters, who beats Brent Roberts to the line. Noah Belleville in 3rd. Chuck Sweeting in 4th. Aaron Edwards unofficially comes home in 5th. Matt Seeger, bruised, crosses the line in 10th. Ethan Winters with his 2nd TNT win at Talladega beats his teammate at a turn number 4 to the line and he will celebrate another victory. Brent Roberts with an extremely close second. And it's another victory for Cincinnati's Ethan Winters. He will come down to the start-finish line to celebrate. Have a look at the pass. See if we can zoom in a bit here. And this will be the Ethan Winters move around Matt Seeger here through turn 4. Seeger goes high, tries to go low to block. Ethan Winters was already there. Let's go on board again with the 10. Have another look. Cincinnati's Ethan Winters claims victory at Talladega. We're going to talk to him, Brent Roberts, and Noah Belleville in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. On the podium now with our top 3 after a thrilling Talladega finish. And, I mean, they're all thrilling, right? You love a last lap pass. You love a last lap win. This place produces the best drama. It's fantastic. Shout out to Race Club Media that just followed there during that break. Let's go to our third place finisher, our bronze medalist, Noah Belleville. Moldy, Grandma Jeannie was in the chat talking earlier about how she said she didn't think you would be in it. She thought you were out of the race a while ago, and, man, you ended up finishing third. Talk about a comeback.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with her. I thought I was out of the race too. Whatever iRacing did with this car, I assume it was whenever they updated the drafting model. It messed it up, because that's not how those cars should race. They were so draggy that if you weren't in a line and you popped out at all, or you even lifted a little bit, you were losing the draft. So that's kind of what we saw, and I found that out pretty quick at the start of the race, and I spent most of it about to go a lap down. but got the caution, got back up, lost the draft again, and then hopped the pack with a good pit stop and was leading that pack, and we were lined up. We had numbers, and even then, like, for the most part, that 4 or 5, I don't know how many, but I think it was 4 car pack at the front. They were still matching our lap times, but once they got racy there, we really started gaining on them, and that just kind of speaks to how crucial it was to stay in a line with how draggy the cars were, and stayed in it and caught them at last lap. Somehow I got a P3.
That's going to put you up to 6th in the points heading into the Thanksgiving break, man. Have an excellent Thanksgiving, but we're going to see you in Tuesday night, Gateway, your home track, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll see you for Inter-Windy, buddy. Congratulations on third. I'm sorry. Let's talk to our second place driver now. How about Bren Roberts in that 84? Bren, how is it that every time you come around for TNT, you're always a contender to win? Part-time or not, man, you were there. Did you think you had a shot when you came in tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I was not expecting the plate package that we were going to get. I hope it was fun to watch or fun to broadcast, but it was not fun behind the wheel. It was so tough to pass. Track position was probably more important than a single lane track, to be honest. But yeah, I knew I had a shot. I wish I didn't start so far back. I lost the pack real early, but it worked out at the end.
We going to see you Tuesday night for IndyCars at Gateway?
We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I'd like to be there. Yeah.
That's a yes. All right, we'll see you there Tuesday night, buddy. We'll see you in a bit. Let's talk to our race winner, the guy that just made that pass there in turn number 4 around his teammate Matt Seeger. Ethan Winters, your second win in Thursday Night Thunder, and it comes in dramatic fashion. How about that?
Yeah, that's not really how you want to win them. I mean, just tough. It's always tough when you're coming to the line. You don't know whether they're going to block, and you just kind of got to stand your ground. You can't lift, or else, I mean, you saw it. Those guys behind us, they were coming. So it's just a matter of super speedway racing.
I mean, it's I'll tell you what, you're in third right now. You're third in the points with your second win with 479 points. Matt Seeger is up ahead, or I'm sorry, Aaron Edwards, is up ahead with 486 points. So that's what, a 7-point gap? Jacob Bradley is at 489. You're 10 points behind the defending champion and points leader going into the Thanksgiving break. Chicagoland is in 2 weeks. And now, I think this is the first time that we've asked you this question, but can you win the championship?
Yeah, I'd be an idiot, and I wouldn't be a race car driver if I said no. I have utmost confidence in myself. I think that I can compete week in, week out with these guys. I think the remaining schedule is pretty strong for me, and I think I can put some complete races together. Today was, I wouldn't say the best execution, but it was good enough to get it done. And I just want to thank Delta Sport, Unified Potential, Race Factory, Sim Shop, all those guys. They kind of helped me out. So it was a good race, and happy with the result.
Points lead has shrunk considerably. You are in contention to win this championship. Thanksgiving next week, Chicagoland in 2 weeks, Homestead in 3. Chicagoland and Homestead, you're 10 points away from that points lead. Congratulations on the win. And hopefully, we see you Tuesday night for IndyCars at Gateway.
Yeah, I'd like to be there.
We'll see you there, buddy. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Fans at home, that's Talladega. That right there. How do you like that? That is Talladega Superspeedway. What a race. What a journey. If we don't see you for Tuesday night, for IndyCars at Tuesday night, which I hope we will, folks, have the greatest of Thanksgivings. Be safe. And then, of course, we're going to see you not next Thursday, but in 2 weeks for IndyCars at Chicagoland. And if you're not doing anything Tuesday night, come hang out with us. Talk some smack. Let's just screw around and have some fun with some race cars. I've been tripping over my own words all night, so we got to put this one to bed here. The championship is as close as it's ever been this season, probably since week 2. 3 points from Jacob Bradley to Aaron Edwards. Bradley came into Talladega with a 21-point lead. It's been dashed to 3 markers headed into Chicagoland 2 weeks from now. Until that next race, everybody stay safe, take care of each other, have a super happy Thanksgiving.